This is Learn It for 7 Dimensional Analysis, and I am Mrs. McCowan. Today we're going to review the benchmark MA7G44, compare, contrast, and convert units of measure between different measurement systems. So for our first word, I'd like you to write down unit conversion factor. It is a fraction in which the numerator and denominator represent the same quantity in different units. For example 1, the average American uses 580 pounds of paper per year. We're going to find this rate in pounds per month to the nearest tenth. So we're going to convert the rate of 580 pounds per year to pounds per month. So how many pounds per year? Well, they said it right up here in our problem, 580, and we're going to convert it to pounds per month. So how many months are in a year? 12, that's correct. So now we're going to multiply across and divide. Notice I did not say cross multiply. We are not multiplying across. No. We are multiplying 180 times 1 and 1 times 12. So 180 times 1 is 580 and 1 times 12 is 12. Now we're going to divide. So 580 divided by 12 is 48.3 pounds per 1 month. So the average American uses 48.3 pounds of paper per month. For check it out 1A, Sam drives his car 23,040 miles per year. Find this rate and the number of miles driven per month to the nearest mile. Once again, you're going to change miles per year into miles per month. So this is year, and then this is month. So how many miles is he driving? 23,040, that's correct. How many months are in 1 year? 12, that is correct. So I'd like you to solve. Please pause the video. Okay, you should have found the answer to be 1,920 miles per month was the rate at which Sam drove his car. Okay, let's look at 1B. The National Weather Service estimates that there are 25 million cloud-to-ground lightning flashes per year. Find this rate and the number of flashes per day to the nearest whole number. So once again, we're going to change it from year to day. So we have to multiply and change it from month to day. So, and I don't even have to do month to day because I know how many days are in a year. And how many days are in a year? 365, that's correct. So if there are 365 days in a year and there are 25 million cloud-to-ground lightning flashes per year, solve this problem. So you should have found the problem's answer was 68,493 flashes per day. That is correct. Okay, example number 2. Now 1 mile is about 1.6 kilometers. What is the length in miles of 10-kilometer race? Round to the nearest tenth of a mile. So we know that 1 mile equals about 1.6, so I'm going to write 1.6. Now I have to solve my proportion. So we're going to cross multiply. That's right, we're going to cross multiply to find cross products. So we cross multiply 1.6 times x is 1.6x. 1 times 10 is 10. So now I need to divide each side by 1.6, 1.6. So 10 divided by 1.6 is 6.3. So the 10-kilometer race is about 6.3 miles long. Okay, check it out. 2a, 1 inch is equal to 2.4 centimeters, 2.54 centimeters. About how many inches are there in 12 centimeters? So we know that there is 1 inch to 2.54 centimeters. When we're writing a proportion, we have to keep the top the same. So they want to know how many inches, that's x, to how many centimeters, 12. So that's how we're going to write our proportion. The numerator always has to be the same. So if I put inches here, inches has to be here. And denominator, if I put centimeters here, this has to be centimeters. So that checks. I have inches to inches, centimeters to centimeters. Now I'd like you to cross multiply and solve for your answer. And the correct answer was x equals 4.7 inches. You should have rounded to the nearest tenth. Okay, let's look at 2b now. 1 gallon is equal to about 3.875 liters. So I would write that out, 1 gallon, 3.875 liters. How many liters are there in 6 gallons? Note, I put the gallons as the numerator, liters as the denominator. So whatever you keep as your numerator, it has to be your numerator on the other side, and vice versa. For if liters is your denominator, it has to be the denominator on the other side to be proportional. Excellent. So cross multiply and solve to find what is x. Okay, you should have solved and rounded to the nearest tenth. So x equals 23.3 liters. That is correct. Okay, last one we're going to do, check it out, 2c, 1 pound equals about 2.2 kilograms, and how many kilograms are there in 7 pounds? Round to the nearest tenth. So we are going to cross multiply, that's correct, so cross multiply and solve for x. So you should have cross multiplied and found that x equals 15.4 kilograms. That is correct. Okay, we're going to do the last one together. So I'm looking at example number 3. And we're going to solve. A tennis pro serves a ball that travels the length of a court, 78 feet, in 3/4 seconds. How fast is the ball moving in feet per second? Check your answer for reasonableness. So we know that it's moving at 78 feet in 3/4 per second. So if I multiply by the reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3, and I apologize, that's really tiny. I'm multiplying by 4/3 here and 4/3 here. So when I multiply by 4/3, this cancels out, and I get 1 second, and then 4/3 times 78 is 104 feet. Now I have 104 feet, and I'm going to convert feet to miles. They have the feet per second and we're going to change it to miles per hour. So, how many seconds are in a minute? 60, so I'm going to write 60. How many minutes are in an hour? 60, so I'm going to write 60. So now I'm going to multiply 104 times 60 times 60 to find out how many feet per hour. And then I'm going to convert that to feet to miles. So 60 times 60 is 120 times 104 is 74,400. And then I'm going to find out in my handy dandy, not my notebook, my textbook. In the back it gives me my conversion chart from feet to miles, and there are 5,280 feet in a mile. If you didn't know that, you can look that up on the conversion chart in the back of your textbook. And when I multiply across, I get 374,400. And then I divide by 5,280, and then you should find that the tennis ball was moving 70.9 miles per hour. So professional tennis players can sometimes hit serves over 100 miles per hour. So is this answer reasonable? Yes. It is a reasonable answer. If you have any questions, please ask Mrs. McCowan in class. Thank you for watching.